In the world of online memes, people can become stars in such a short period of time. If we think back to the OGs, Miss Cash Me Outside, how about that, is now a viral sensation and has been granted a life of fame and luxury because of a stupid soundbite she produced on the Dr. Phil show so many years ago. And this hasn't gone away. This same trend of people doing something and becoming stars is not going anywhere. We saw this with Hacheeto this year, and I mean, now she's got a podcast. It's one of the top listened to in the United States. The downfall of society is upon us. Armageddon is coming soon. Buy a fallout shelter, buy MREs and non-perishable foods, I guess, because listen, man, it's gonna get worse. You know, things will become worse in the material world. They're not gonna get better. If Hacheeto can survive, then listen, it's not looking good for the average person in terms of just the, you know, just the state of our culture and our world. Who knows? As much as I can be bothered by the fact that someone who said something stupid can become a star and drag that short clip into infinite money, basically, I also don't like seeing people that made me chuckle once or twice and had the chance to ride this same trend end up homeless or end up in poverty. I do think it should be somewhere in the middle where you're not just an A-list celebrity because of a 5-second clip, but you're not homeless, you know, when just 2 weeks ago you were the most talked about thing on the internet. It should be probably somewhere in the middle. But yeah, you know, in 20 years when everyone's consciousness has been uploaded to the cloud and our bodies are floating around in pods being injected with heroin and our semen is being extracted and kept in vials that are hidden in a palace guarded by black lesbian androids, none of this really matters now, does it? Anyway, anyway, to watch when a meme ruins your life, I'm here with Manic.
Dog, you called me weird during that dating Tinder in real life video. Now you're going on about like black semen extraction.
All right, let's watch the video.
From breaking down on live TV.
I don't think I can do this any longer.
Unfortunately, this fall off I did predict, and I think it was pretty easy to see why this wouldn't last forever. The guy who pretended to be MrBeast and made the memes of him, you know, going like MrBeast.
I mean, I think he was just like a voice actor or like some actor that like was doing it for an epic rap battle parody channel. So like he was just like doing, I guess he was hired to do that, to just be a actor fill-in for MrBeast.
Yeah.
And then it blew up.
And you just can't ride that forever. You can't just pretend to be MrBeast forever, you know?
Yeah. He literally met MrBeast as, you know, MrBeast. I remember that happening.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because when you're in a position where your entire fame comes from you pretending to be another famous person, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna last forever.
It's becoming a school shooter.
One morning, there will be a great shooting.
Here are 8
Well, I mean, hey, he fucking said it, I guess, right? I mean, FBI is gonna have a real open and shut case on their desks with that one. Talk about burden of proof. Brother, the proof is in the pudding. That guy said that shit in the clip with confidence. There will be a shooting. That's what he said. So, listen, bro.
I mean, he never said he was gonna cause it.
Ah,
you're just predicting.
What are you, his lawyer?
Right?
What are you representing this guy?
Don't shoot the messenger.
Okay.
Yes, I'm his attorney.
Guy's playing devil's advocate for a literal fucking terrorist. Hey, man.
Objection!
Ruined a creator's life. Starting with the most infamous one, Welven Da Great, whose viral fame ended in fans randomly assaulting him and near homelessness. In 2015, Welven, better known as the D's Nuts guy, would become a viral meme.
These nuts. Got him!
Can we bring back D's Nuts in 2025? Like, because what happened with D's Nuts is basically D's Nuts was the prototype and it morphed later on and evolved into the Ligma meme where people would say, I've been diagnosed with Ligma. The person who's concerned with the person who said they were diagnosed with Ligma asks what it is, and then you say, Lig my ball. And then they look embarrassed, you get to laugh, Fortnite dance on them, call their mom a whore, whatever you want to do after that epic slam dunk own. But then we basically got to a point where there's kind of no more Ligma memes, there's no more D's Nuts memes. There was a little bit of a comeback with the Imagine Dragons. People are like, what's that band? Imagine what? And then the guy says, Dragons. And then you go, dragging these nuts across your face or something like that. It was great, epic, but I want to bring D's Nuts back. I want to bring the original back.
Acheeto, did you see that hawk?
Well, there's a hawk? Where's the hawk?
Hawk to a... Got him.
We both need to be institutionalized.
But just a year later, his Instagram with over 1 million followers was hacked, and Welven lost everything, his new account only getting 1/10 of his previous followers.
And it's crazy because I actually know the hacker to his Instagram. Turns out his password was just D's Nuts. You'd think he'd be smart enough to change it.
Wait, okay, look at the top right image there. He's still trying to ride the D's Nuts. And like, dude,
That's
like
awesome.
I could swear that was like, that looks like a 2016 era image. No, it says D's Nuts 20. 2024.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I wonder what the Trump Vance policy is on this meme. You know, what are they hoping for with this?
Worse, well,
I mean, if they memed Doge into government, what if they made D's a different, like, department, education? What, I don't listen to me.
Was getting stalked.
Hey, I don't like when people follow me.
Not to mention even getting randomly assaulted in public.
Come on,
And
man.
as the pressure
Oh.
got to him, he started using
that?
alcohol to cope.
Oh, that's Gore of my comfort character.
That is Gore of my comfort character. Why are they hurting my boy? I'm so sad, and it makes me upset when I see people who have amassed fame just being kind of stalked and treated like, not animals is the right word, but just treated like a nonstop spectacle when they are a human being who goes through highs and lows and just kind of wants to live and walk around a mall with a margarita or whatever he was holding. It's not cool. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
This
Who
is
the f drinks in the elevator? Me. Hello. Hello. Who doesn't want to have a little fun? Come on. Don't throw strays at Mr. Nuts. This is just a classic experience right now. Okay, if alcohol's so bad, then why when I drink it I stop shaking? Okay. Like,
See, in a different timeline, this man would have like 2 Netflix comedy specials.
it's true.
addiction only got worse, and on May 22nd, 2021, Welven was found unresponsive on the
Oh,
streets of
no.
Hollywood. Speculation ran wild. Seems like he's drunk or overdosed. Hope he's okay. I remembered his family took all the money he made and was homeless in Vegas. And this theory only seemed more valid when Welven was seen struggling
Okay, well, it seems like he's fine, or at least he's alive.
at a metro station.
What's the deal, bro?
You don't do no video of me?
What's the deal with you, bro?
But a video uploaded on Welven's channel explained the situation.
I'm alive and I'm okay.
He has a family that loves and wants to take care of him, but Welven chooses to go off for days at a time. He has a home to come to. He comes home, he rests for a couple of days, he go back out in the street. There's nothing nobody can do about it.
Since then, little is known about Welven's whereabouts, although a November 2024 Instagram post shows him still alive and well.
Alive and well, you say. I mean, if that's what you take away from this photo, then good on you. That's a half glass full mentality. That's a positive outlook on life. I don't know if alive and well is what I take away from. Hey, you know what? Alive and well sounds about right. Okay, he looked like he's having some fun. It's about the nights you remember and the ones you don't, I suppose.
Shows him still alive and well. In contrast, Greg Lacate's MrBeast persona put him in a deep depression and destroyed his personal identity. On November 30th, 2021, Greg would rap as MrBeast for the first time.
Welcome to your final test. I'm MrBeast. We can scrap the yes, cause I've never missed a beat.
Earning the title of Mr. Least and becoming a living meme. But when he committed to the role, things quickly started going downhill.
When I went to go meet MrBeast, I actually lost my job because it worked on a point system and I ran out of points.
Still, he tried to make the best of the situation.
But
Wait,
I
pause
thought
it.
to myself,
So he literally just ran out of points that got him fired. I like, this is foreign to me.
It's just like absences, like how long can you not be in work? And I assume that it's like you have 4 points and he ran out of points.
I mean, like, I don't know. It was how lucrative was his main job? I guess that's the real question there.
I mean, does it
And
matter when you get the chance to meet MrBeast? You're taking all the
Yeah.
points up.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, how much was he doing with MrBeast?
What do you mean by that?
Right? Like, and did MrBeast not offer him like, hey, do you want to be an extra in this video?
I think they made a YouTube short together, but I don't know if he got paid for it.
That's what I think. Also, on the rap battle video itself, this man was not the like voice of MrBeast. He was merely the like physical actor. He wasn't the one rapping as MrBeast.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
perfect jumping points. I tried to do it full time for a while. That kind of failed. So I had to take on a few part-time jobs. I worked at Jimmy John's for about a month, and I worked at the gas station for about a year.
Things got so bad, Greg had to donate plasma just to survive, which started messing with his head.
It affected me in a bad way, maybe like not in a deep depression way, but like I said, it was very dehumanizing. Like I felt like I was no one if I wasn't MrBeast.
And this deteriorating mental state reached its climax when Greg broke down on the 24/7 reality show Fish Tank. However, this Fish Tank appearance ultimately ended up being what Greg needed, as he got new supportive viewers.
Hello, Mr. Great. You have the support of all of India. We all love you very much.
Encouraging him to
All of India. Supporting the knockoff MrBeast.
I don't know if that's what you need, a super chat when you're crying on a chair on Fish Tank.
Dude, honestly, if I was being told India supports me, I'd probably cry even harder.
His MrBeast persona and commit to full-time content creation as himself. And while these videos only get thousands of views compared to the millions he got as fake MrBeast, Greg certainly seems happier.
All right, well, I mean, that's good for him, I guess, as long as he's not mentally deteriorating and it seems like he's kind of gotten back into the flow of things, because it can be a lot of highs and lows when you're being seen by millions of people in aggregate every single fucking day. So glad he stabilized a little bit. Go show that guy some love.
Unlike Mr. Blocku, whose TikTok meme fame would lead him to losing his wife, home, and even his health. In 2021, Mr. Blocku, or Fate Moffat, would upload a now-deleted TikTok announcing a Fortnite card giveaway.
Okay, $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it? And yes, I'm giving it away.
Inspiring countless memes. But his viewers weren't just laughing with him.
It bothered me when they're bullying you, trying to bully you behind a meme.
His life quickly took another bad turn.
My wife, I feel that she was having an affair. I left the home.
Now homeless, Fate set up a GoFundMe while he stayed with.
That is not something I would want to admit on a TikTok live stream of all places.
You know, it's so sad because he was talking about that Fortnite card. It do really be the case. You sometimes are in your own lonely lodge.
Yeah, and apparently his wife didn't have a moisty mire when she was listening.
Jesus Christ. That's not okay. But
it was more like a dusty divot.
Oh my god. When you're running solos but you didn't know she's in a duo with a random, whew, it's crushing. No, but that, I mean, listen, like, I can crack jokes about it, but look, the reality is, like, that is heartbreaking, and I hope he got that sorted out and found the queen that he deserves, you know? Got his victory royale with a new maiden.
Fair. I left the home.
Now homeless, Fate set up a GoFundMe while he stayed with a friend.
He's like a brother to me. He didn't even know I was coming here, and he let me come there, and I slept on this couch for like 5 months, man.
This period wasn't kind to him, and Fate developed medical problems.
It's now like 4 in the morning. I just woke up with a seizure.
Doing everything, and it's not working. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm serious. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know.
I mean, listen, you made a point earlier, and I want to push back on it, where you said that, you know, just don't do it on TikTok Live. You have to understand, like, these people aren't influencers. Like, they're just people who use social media, and they'll just post stuff on there, and it's just a little community for them to interact with. It's like a fun hobby. They don't have the, maybe, intuition that YouTubers have, or people who do this as their job to, you know, take some things private, take some things public. Like, they don't have that kind of training or that sort of intuition. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be ugly moments that maybe you wish they kept to themselves, but maybe it's, like, not something that they are super thoughtful about navigating.
Yeah, I do understand that, but if you remember the old days of the internet, it was always like, don't even show your like real face, don't give anybody your real name, don't give any personal information out. So as building personality has become a sort of currency on the internet, I feel like that sort of wisdom has gone by the wayside.
Yeah, I think it's also because, like, it's not just about building personality, just everyone's on the internet, you know? It's kind of like when people say that, you know, free speech doesn't belong on Twitter or something like that, or like, you know, just because you have the First Amendment, you don't have a right to Twitter and stuff. But it's like, it's gotten to a point where Twitter is just so big that your right to free speech is basically almost as valuable as your right to speak freely on Twitter, you know? And so it's like, it's one of those things where, because times changed and like these things, they change along with it. Like, you know, people are just more vulnerable online now.
Yeah. It's like, thing is, right? I see these TikToks where these people are talking about deeply personal things, right? Like, say about marriages. Like, I saw a screenshot of a TikTok that was, I don't know the age, but a guy like sitting like I don't know, like Shinji from Evangelion being all depressed, and the caption is, I think I like boys, right? I don't know, announcing that on TikTok seems like a horrible idea, and allowing a very bad influence to just like, you know, either like sway it one way or the other, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you always run that risk, but I don't think that should dissuade people from being transparent or authentic if that's what they wanted to do, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Did I miss my kids, man?
Nevertheless, Fate remained positive.
I'm homeless. Yeah, I'm doing bad. But when you're on the bottom, only thing is up.
And his faith paid off.
My friend, he sees me on his Facebook. He has a 5-bedroom house. And he says, man, when I was younger, You took care of me, bro. Now it's my turn to take care of you.
Now, Mr. Blocku goes by OG Porky, has his own apartment, a steady job, and is active on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Well, I mean, so far we're kind of looking at a bunch of happy endings, I guess, right? Like,
yeah, the comeback.
Yeah,
yeah.
MrBeast guy's better. This guy's better. Is D's nuts? Do we find out if he was better? He's
I mean,
they said he's living his best life, so whatever that fuck that means. Like 2.5 out of 3 for good endings.
Yeah, like they bounce back.
Yeah.
Contrasting with Kanye East, who would lose friends and become homeless thanks to his resemblance to the real Kanye West. On June 21st, 2020, Michael Bowie would upload his first video impersonating Kanye West, becoming the living meme Kanye East and retiring him and his girlfriend, which turned out not to be the best decision.
It started off as, I'm bored. I told her to get a girlfriend, you know, get you a female friend. She got a girlfriend, like a full-on girlfriend.
Worse, Michael's girlfriend didn't just break up with him.
She wasn't happy that I blew up. She wasn't happy that I didn't have to work anymore. She was kind of jealous of it because she wanted it to be her. Like she wants her own success.
But that wasn't the only relationship Michael.
So, okay, he made too much money from just TikTok that she got resentful about it. Are you kidding me? You're allowed to make a lot of money as a man, but then when you're doing it working from home, that's when all respect is lost.
There's no way that was like the real reason. Didn't the guy say she was like gay or something, or she wanted a girlfriend?
I did hear that part too.
That's the scapegoat. The money's the scapegoat.
The loss due to his success. Just 2 months later, Michael lost his best friend of 7 years after the two planned a trip together.
He got it in his mind that I was going to pay for everything. And when I confronted him about it, he was like, but, you know, you got it. You got it. I don't.
Worse, despite his success, Michael then became homeless after his landlord refused to renew his lease.
I was paying like $875 a month. He wanted me to pay $1,295 a month. And he wanted that immediately.
And while he tried to get a new apartment, he didn't have the proof of income needed, forcing him to live in a tent. Fortunately, Michael was able to get...
And that's one of the most annoying parts about online money is the proof of income. Basically, if you're getting checks on an infrequent basis, like what tends to be the case with YouTube, TikTok, stuff like this, not only is the pay infrequent, you know, sometimes they do it monthly, sometimes it's based on how, like, a certain threshold you have to reach in terms of a dollar amount. It can be very annoying to deal with housing and stuff like this because the people leasing the apartment to you kind of want something that's guaranteed more stable, like a salary. Like every week you make $500 or every week you make $1,000, right? But if it's the case that, you know, maybe every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks or every 2 weeks you're getting anywhere from $100 to $2,000, they're gonna be like, whoa, that's kind of shaky. You seem a bit risky. We don't want to take that risk or whatever. So it can be, it's super annoying. And especially with like TikTok and the memes specifically, where 1 month you can make $20,000 and the next month you're making, you know, $2,000. It's not something these landlords like to deal with, you know?
Yeah, man. The struggles of being a rich and famous YouTuber.
It's not, this guy's homeless.
Hassan, okay, I don't know. When you're talking about that, I just imagine Hassan Piker.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a little different when you're making like $200,000 to $500,000 a month streaming, and you can just buy a house. Like you don't even have to rent.
Yeah, literally makes like a full minimum wage 8-hour day in like 17 minutes of streaming.
That's how it goes, man. Fuck. That little grunt, that little sigh is such the appropriate reaction. Fuck. Like, fuck.
After a while, and now entertains his fans on YouTube and TikTok.
It's so funny though, real quick, because we're on the topic of Hassan. This guy's friend expected him to pay for the trip because he has money, which is unrealistic. But if you're Hassan, you have to expect it because he's about giving back to the, you know, people less fortunate than him. So basically, if you're Hassan's friend, you're actually the good guy for mooching off him.
But while Michael's status as a meme gave him his career, Taiwanese model Heidi Yeh's status as a meme ruined hers. In 2012, well-known Taiwanese model Heidi Yeh would feature in a humorous advert for a plastic surgery company, joking that the only thing plastic surgery can do is change bad genetics. But this photo would go viral across the world with a very different backstory.
People made up a story about the woman in the picture and spread it on the internet. They said her husband figured out she had lied to him about not having had plastic surgery done after the kids were born, because they didn't look anything like her.
But where the internet was busy laughing over what they thought was a funny story, Heidi's life was ruined forever.
People actually believed it and thought this had happened to me. Even my relatives and fiancé's family have asked me about it.
Worse was the meme's effect on the model's career.
People refuse to believe that I have never had plastic surgery. After this, I only got small roles in advertisements. Because of what has happened, I haven't been able to sleep well, and I've broken down many times crying.
Since then, Heidi has requested the meme be removed from the internet and sued the ad agency for $154,000. The outcome of this legal battle is unknown. Unlike Norman Kochanowski,
This is like the patient zero of the P-Hub stars that regret doing all that content and then end up suing the agencies. And it's just like, I mean, you did agree to feature in the promotional advertisement. So I don't know, like, obviously it was very negatively received, but if we're going to be talking about, oh, you were in a media that was negatively received, then a lot of actors could be suing the movie directors, the movie studios.
I think the difference with this one is that the people spreading the memes are faceless accounts, and they eventually spread so far beyond the original creator that there is no longer an individual responsible for it being spread. And so the only thing you can do is take it to the ad agency that made this meme or that made this photo shoot and ask them for some sort of money for the damages, but they didn't do anything, right? So what happened is you have this case where basically nobody who you can actually name for being at fault is at fault, and everyone who you can't name for being at fault is at fault. And even when we say at fault, what we're talking about here is just how memes work. Like, memes spread, they get reposted, they have watermarks, and you know what I'm saying? They just they go nuclear, and it's just like you can't sue the whole internet. You know what I mean? And I feel bad for her. I do think the people that she's trying to sue probably did nothing wrong. It's just a shitty situation, one where your best case scenario is just to try to get off the internet, try to ignore it. But it is the case that oftentimes you can ignore it when you go to a modeling agency and they ask like, oh, do you have any, previous things? You show them that, and then they're like, wait, you're the girl from the meme, and it fucks you. So it's just a terrible situation.
Yeah, like she may have to kind of make a pivot in her career. Yeah, just watching that, like the parallels were very, very like eerie. It's like, wait a minute, this happens nowadays quite a lot more often. So whatever like this like case ends up being, obviously I'm assuming it's like a Japanese court. It could set a precedent for like, how are we going to go about this?
It's true.
Unlike Norman Kochanowski, whose life after memehood nearly ended in a teenage school shooting. On February 14th, 2006, a teenage Norman Kochanowski would upload this satirical skit.
Oh my God!
Becoming the angry German kid meme. But things took a turn for the worse, ruining his life.
It was 3 years of daily attention, of daily psychic terror. There was no day where not someone shouted all over the schoolyard, "Hey, echter Gangster, was willst du tun?" All over the schoolyard.
And eventually, Norman had enough.
It was a class trip. I drank too much, and then I started talking to my classmates. How I hate this world, and one day I take my Kalashnikov, and one morning there will be a great shooting.
So I think with this one, it's a case of the internet not having a place in school. Like if we're talking elementary, middle school, and this guy's getting harassed for something that he posted on YouTube, I do believe it's the school's job to protect this kid and his mental well-being. You can't have it be justified that kids are trolling this guy because he's a viral meme and the internet's trolling him. Like, you can't take the internet trolling him as the green light for the students to fuck with him. Like, that's just not okay. And I do believe that it's the case where this sort of gets neglected because it's become so popular to do what the internet's doing that if it's actually manifesting in harassment at a school, that it just seems like the complete normal thing. Take this as like someone posting a TikTok now that's being cringed at in the comment section, and now you have kids in the hallway repeating what the comments said about one of their fellow classmates. It's really not acceptable, but I guess like it just is at the same time. Like, it is accepted, but it's really unacceptable, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Told the teacher, who called the police.
The police came, took me back to police station. I was kicked out of school.
Worse, Norman had to go to jail.
Then I came in jail for, I don't know, 1 month.
This put Norman in a dark headspace.
I isolated myself from the world.
Fortunately, before Norman could become the angry German the world thought he was, he got lucky.
Finally, I got an apprenticeship. And that was the year where my life became great.
Now, Norman focuses on his rap career, uploading his music to YouTube under his new channel, Norman Hercules Kochanowski.
Another certified bounce back. All right, I'm gonna have to listen to his rap. You know, before we record, we're gonna have to start listening to his music. It's gonna be a banger. It's good to see that despite everything he went through in school, he got the apprenticeship and he bounced back.
Yeah.
Year-old boy fell into the moat around Harambe's enclosure.
Mommy's right here.
With the crowd screams agitating him, Harambe dragged the boy around.
Oh my God!
Fearing for the boy's life, zookeepers had to make a difficult decision, shooting Harambe dead while the boy was taken to Cincinnati Hospital for his injuries. In the aftermath of the incident, viewers criticized the boy's mother. "Mommy's right here? Where the hell you at a minute ago?" Blaming her for an innocent animal's death, and even petitioning for appropriate legal action, proving that despite his tragic end, Harambe had not been forgotten. Since then, the mother has been receiving death threats, and the meme is a daily reminder of her catastrophic mistake.
Do you want to know something crazy?
Tell me.
Okay, so Harambe died May 28th, 2016, right?
Okay.
The Rizzler was born on April 19th, 2016.
Oh. Wow.
So there's around that their life overlapped for like a good month.
You think that the spirit of Harambe was channeled into the Rizzler? Like you think that's what we're dealing with?
Dude, I don't know. Dude, imagine the dude, like what is like that baby in the Harambe video that was saved? I wonder what he's going through right now.
Bro.
It's like, is he in like high school right now?
I mean, the thing is, like, if we talk about you can't fault the kid for that at all.
Yeah,
you fault the mother. That's it.
It's a 3-year-old boy.
It's a 3-year-old boy, and the thing is, you know, it's one of those situations where the mom should not be getting death threats. It's sort of like a no heroes situation, right? Where it's like no villains, no heroes. Where it's like the mom, maybe okay, yeah, the villain, but not like an evil person, grossly negligent, sure. But yeah, that's sort of the situation. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you didn't leave a dislike, I'll link the rest of the video down below if you want to check it out for yourself. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Check out Manic's channel. See you guys later.